Hey guys, welcome to the Art Business Podcast. On today's episode, we're going to talk about how to package and bundle your art for sale. I've spent the last 10 years learning what it takes to build my art brand Vision City. I've sold my art in major retail chains across America and shipped thousands of art pieces to customers all around the world. Now, I want to take everything I've learned and help artists and designers just like you to build your art businesses online. If that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. Join me on each episode where I will teach you how to sell your art online and build your art brand. Your art does not just need to be a side hobby. Keep listening and I'll show you how to make it into a real business. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm really excited to talk to you about this topic because I find that selling your art in packages or bundles is something that has really changed the game for me here at Vision City, and I know that it is something that can help a lot of you. So I'm really excited to talk to you about this idea. Now, for those of you who are wondering, what do you mean, Mel? What are you talking about, packaging or bundling? Now, first of all, let me just break that down for you guys really quick. Packaging and bundling, it's technically the same thing. It's really when you gather two or more items into a group and you sell those items as a set or as a package rather than selling them individually. Now, this can work really well with selling your artwork. For those of you who sell maybe illustrations or paintings or whatever it might be, maybe prints or cards or calendars or whatever it is that you sell, this is something that can really work very well, okay? So that's why I'm really excited to share with you guys this, because I find that this is one of those things that a lot of people don't necessarily share. And a lot of times people just kind of think, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put my art online and kind of throw a bunch of pieces onto an Etsy shop or throw a bunch of pieces onto an Amazon or a Shopify store or whatever it might be. And there's not really any plan. There's not really any offer, okay? And an offer is very different from just selling a product. A product is an individualized item, right? Like say you put up one print on your Etsy shop and you're hoping that that one print is going to sell. Now, maybe you can, send people to that one print through an ad or through, different email marketing or whatever it is. But when you create an offer, and an offer is usually two or more items, so it's another way of saying a package, then what you're really doing is you're adding value, okay? You're giving the customer more for their dollar, okay? And that's what entices people and encourages them to want to purchase from us even more. This works really well when it comes to selling in person as well. One of the ways that I've learned this technique about packaging and bundling is actually by traveling with my husband. My husband is a rock and roll musician. His artist name is Manifest. It's spelled M-A-N-A-F-E-S-T. And you can check it out at manifest.com if you're so inclined, if you like rock and roll music. But he's literally traveled the world. I think he's been to about 23 or 24 countries. Many of those countries I've traveled with him too. In our early days, I used to travel all the time with him. And I was somebody who I'd be designing, doing my design work on the side, literally in tour buses and on planes and trains and all, everywhere you can imagine, in back rooms of, auditoriums and all kinds of stuff. So I was always doing design, but when it came to the show, I would jump into sales mode and I would literally jump behind a merch booth and I'd be selling my husband's shirts and his CDs and his stickers and skateboards and hoodies and everything you can imagine. So a lot of the things that I learned that I've applied to my art business, I actually learned literally on tour with my husband. And I had to learn because frankly, in those days, if we didn't sell shirts, we didn't eat. Like we kind of laugh about that, but it's actually really true. We literally sometimes would have to be paying to be on tours. And that's just kind of how the music world works. Sometimes you have to actually pay money to be on a tour. And so every single time you do a show, you're like, okay, I have to sell 20 shirts tonight or whatever, right? Like you have to break even at least. Otherwise, you're literally losing money every time. And so that's really where I found a lot of these kind of tips and tricks. It was actually by doing these things in person. And then when I launched my art business, my art brand, and started selling my own products, I found that I was actually applying a lot of those things that I learned there to this. And so that's really where packages and bundles became a really huge focus for me, was when I was selling merch for my husband's rock music. So I find that that's a really interesting way to sell products because, again, it entices people because you're offering them more for their dollar. So instead of just spending, maybe, like in those days, I would say, let's say $20 for one shirt, or you can get two for $30. Okay, so they know they might as well buy two because it's only $10 more, right? So that's another way you can do it. But in this podcast, I want to break down a couple different ways that us artists can bundle or aka package our artwork into like a set or in some sort of a package so that it's much more enticing for you to sell either online, or you can sell it in person at a live event. Maybe it's a trade show, craft fair. Maybe you're doing some farmers markets this summer, or maybe you're doing an event for Father's Day coming up, or whatever it might be. Okay, so let's go on to the first kind of way of doing this. So it's kind of like what I just mentioned. This kind of strategy is the buy one or for one price, or you can buy the second as well and get a better price. So what do I mean by that? So that would be the perfect example of buy one print for 20 or buy two prints for 30. Okay? So if somebody's going to see that on your website or they're going to see it in person, they're going to go, okay, if I'm already interested in this artist, I already like their stuff, and I'm already thinking to buy one, hey, might as well buy the second as well because it's only $10 more, okay? Sometimes you see this when it comes to, maybe it's buy two and get, the third one is included as well, or however you want to do it. That's another way of really packaging your art for sale. But usually what you're doing is every time they buy more, they're getting each individual price goes down. So for example, if you buy one for 20 and then you buy two for 30, now obviously the price per item goes down to 15, right? So maybe you want to even do that again and do, what is it? Like let's do 3 for 40 or 3 for 35, okay? Then the price would even go down even more because you're actually offering this special package. So as you can see, in the customer's eyes, this is a really valuable way of purchasing from you. And while they're standing there, maybe in front of you at an event, or maybe they're looking on your website on their phone, they're like, oh, I might as well just buy more because now I can use these for gifts, or I might as well just kind of load up now because this is a really, really great offer. So as you can understand, this is the way that you're actually packaging these is creating offers rather than just selling products, okay? Now let's go on to the second idea. The second way of packaging your art for sale is offering a free bonus. So if you buy this, say maybe a painting or your piece of art, maybe it's a print, maybe it's cards, whatever it is, if you buy this one, you're going to get this other item free, okay? Whenever you say the word free to a customer, their ears kind of perk up, and that's just the reality of us as human nature. We love to get something free. We love to feel like we scored a deal, okay? So let's say, for example, you buy one print for $15 and you get the second print of the same size or smaller for free. So that could be your offer that you have running on your website. Maybe you're running that on, your Etsy shop, and you could even offer just one piece. Like say, for example, you want to print off a certain number of one of your pieces, and you want to make that your freebie. So every single time somebody orders something from your website, they get that one thing added. And that's like the bonus for the month, for example. So you could actually promote that in your banners, on your website, or on your Etsy page, or wherever you're selling your art. You can promote that over your email list and really say, hey, every single order this month, they will also be getting this bonus for free. Okay? So you could do that monthly, you could switch it up every month, you could switch it up every season. Really, that could be a really fun way to even do seasonal sales because, say for example, you're going into the holiday season, you may have a holiday or a Christmas print that you want to highlight. So you might say, hey, everybody, when you purchase one of my prints or one of my paintings or calendars or whatever it is you sell, when you purchase one of my items, you're also going to get this thing free. And maybe that thing could be a seasonal kind of celebratory piece, okay? So that's a really great way of, again, packaging your art. The other thing you could do is maybe you have to buy 2 things or 3 things to get the item for free. So that's another way of getting even a higher priced sale. So maybe you sell items for $30 each. So maybe they have to spend, $60 or more to get the free thing, okay? So you could always do it that way as well. Another way to really up the ante on these package offers is also to offer, say, free shipping. So maybe you say, if you buy this package is free shipping. Okay, so that's another way you can add. You can add more than one bonus if you want. So in that case, it would be adding 2 bonuses. Okay, a free item and free shipping. So people love the word free. So maybe it's free shipping, or it's a free piece, or it's some kind of a free bonus. Maybe you add a free sticker or a free card. In some way, add something that feels and is free to the actual offer. Now, don't do this if it's going to go against your, profits to the point that you're not going to make money, obviously. So you have to do this in a way that it's going to make sense for your business. Another way to package your art is to package a gift set, okay? A gift set is a really powerful tool. So technically, you're going to be using one of the 2 ways of packaging that I've just described. So either buy one for one price, buy the second for a better price. So maybe the buy one for 20 or buy 2 for 30. Okay, that's one way. Or you could do the second idea that I shared with you, which is to buy one item and get a second item free. So whatever way works for you, then I suggest you try it. But this third idea is to really increase the value even more, is to present it as a set or as a gift set. So sometimes people want everything to be put together for them. So maybe they're shopping for a wedding gift, or maybe they're shopping for a bridesmaid gift or a baby shower gift. And they would love for somebody to have already kind of done the thinking for them. And maybe you've packaged your art together in a set, and you even photograph it looking even packaged. Maybe you even gift wrap it for them. Maybe you put like ribbon around it or some kind of specialty paper, something that makes it look luxurious and beautiful and feel like it's already a gift that's ready to be given. So if you package your art as a set or as a gift set, that will increase the value even more for your customer because you're thinking it all through for them. They don't have to then think it all through and how am I going to even put this together? Do I put this in a bag? Like if you put this all together for them, and even if you box it, for example, that's another way of really adding value. And then they can actually literally take that box and put it into a bag and it's done. Okay. So in this way, the upping the ante in this case is actually the idea of packaging in a way to make it look like a gift set. Another really, really great way to increase your sales when it comes to packages and bundles is to create a package or bundle section on your online shop. Now, I've recently done this on my Etsy shop, and I found that it's really increased sales because people don't have to look around for this. They can click on a section or like maybe a page that is all dedicated to all the packages that I'm offering. And it's kind of cool because I can kind of read my customers. If I find that certain customers are buying a few pieces together, then I will often try them as a set. And I will put them together in one listing as a set. And then I will put that set into my packages section of my website or of my Etsy shop or whatever store you have. So creating a packages section, and you may want to call it bundles, depending on what works for you and your customer. But by actually sectioning off that as a separate thing is a really, really great tool. And by the way, while I'm on this note, this is a bit like kind of different than what I'm talking about, but you also always want to have a sale section as well. So maybe you have a section within your store and it's an actual like part of your navigation in your website, and people can click on it that says sale. Or you can even combine those two together, now that I think about it, and call it package sale. Or you can put your packages in there, really whatever works for you. But ultimately what I'm trying to say is you want to really highlight the fact that you have created specialty packages for them. So again, it's all about really thinking it all through and making the purchasing experience extremely convenient. Okay, you and I want to make it really, really easy for people to buy from us, and packages and bundles is one way to do so. Guys, I hope that this podcast has really encouraged you guys and inspired you as you are working toward selling more artwork from your website, or maybe it's on an Etsy shop or on another platform. I want to really encourage you to try this out and let me know. Let me know how it helps you guys, how it affects sales. Maybe test out a few different things, putting a few different things together, And even ask your customers. Another really great way to start packaging is to really do an ask campaign. An ask campaign is when you straight up ask your customers some questions. It's extremely easy to do now, especially over social media or over email. Over social media, you can actually, for example, on Instagram, you could actually do a poll. You can ask people, would you like this package or this package? And directly ask them. Ask your followers, say, hey, what do you guys think? I'm putting together some packages. What do you guys think about this? And get their feedback. And then try it out. Say, hey guys, I went with what you suggested. It's now available in my shop. I hope you love it. And let me know what you think. And just keep that conversation going with your customers. You can also do the exact same thing over your email list. Say, hey, I just want to touch base and I would love to get your feedback. What kind of a package would you like to see in my shop? Would you like package A or package B? And you show them a picture of it and say, these are the ones I'm thinking to put together, but I want to get your feedback because I love you guys and I really want to help you guys to really get the exact products that you want from my shop for the right price. So let me know. And people will respond to you guys and they will respond with like, I like A or I like B. I really like that set. And getting their feedback is gold because they are the ones who are going to buy from you. So you want your customer feedback. So guys, I hope, again, that this has helped you, and I encourage you to check it out, try some of these strategies in your shop, and let me know how it helps you. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next podcast. I'll talk to you again. Thank you for listening to the Art Business Podcast. I hope it's really served you as you're growing your art business. If you'd like to know more information about some of the topics I was discussing with you today, you can check out my free webinar at visioncity.biz/Sell Your Art webinar. I also have a free Facebook group that you may want to join, and it's called the Etsy Artist Dream Team. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.